Sagittarius, hello and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your new timeline reading. So what that means for you, if you have been watching my channel already, it's like your weekly reading. But again, a lot has been changing on the planet. The time is moving way faster than before. So time is no longer linear, you guys. And I want to make an announcement that I will be very soon either posting, I would like for you guys to also participate in letting me know in the comments below whether you guys prefer daily collective readings or still specific zodiac sign readings. But if you want still specific zodiac sign readings, I will be posting for your sign once every 12 days, so that I can post one in-depth timeline reading every 12 days, right? So until I reach the 12 zodiac signs, then you'll have a new one. So let me know in the comments below if you prefer that. Okay, now if you want to watch a link to the extended for this reading, you can find the link down in the description box below. And also personal readings, we're going to put that one on the side. Personal reading link is also down there. All right, let's see. That's a preliminary message. We will take it, but let's see. What is your dominant energy for this current timeline? Now, what I mean by that is this is the frequency that you guys are anchoring at this given time. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so cycles. Wow. And your preliminary message, difficult differences. Yeah, so this one flipped out, first. We're going to take a look at what this is. There's some kind of conflict here. Difficult differences where you and another person are not getting along, okay? I feel that this has to do, what I'm hearing is a lot of shifts that are coming into your life or recently have been coming into your life have been kind of making you realize that that person, that version of you who did kind of try to get along with this other individual was not the real you. And now that the real you is arising, there's conflict, okay? Or, people around you are no longer kind of seeing you for who you used to be to them, and same with you. So it says here, difficult differences with the number 12. How does that number resonate for you? Also, the number 12 equals to number 3, which means that right now is a very important time for you to really open up to your creativity, communication, okay? Be creative, think outside the box, try something different, try something new. Differences of opinions and ideas in love. Differences in status, money, power, or culture. One awakened soul while the other is still unawakened. So again, that's what I'm saying. There's a situation here happening where a lot of you guys are already waking up. You're waking up to the truth. You're waking up to no longer being manipulated by fear. You're no longer being seduced by superficiality, and it's creating conflict. See these two? They're here, it looks like he's coming from, maybe the Western world, the Eastern world here, since, they're wearing kind of like a cape over the face, cultural differences. It could just be a clash in an awakened soul versus an unawakened soul. And so I feel that this is the main clash here, where one person here, and I feel like it's you guys, because I'm sensing here that you're waking up to, oh my gosh, why have I been settling for less than what I deserve? Why am I, still taking on this role just to try and fit in to this person's illusion of life, right? And it's like that kind of wake up call that brings in that clash moment. And I feel that people are going to start projecting much harder, okay? This is like a hard projection that is happening right now that's creating some kind of chaos, conflict, clash. Our differences is what is driving us apart. And it's angering me that you're not understanding where I am coming from. It still pains me that we can't come to an agreement, even if we do love each other. Even if the friendship is there, the love is there, maybe the camaraderie, is there, like some aspect of it, whether this is happening in your career, job, love situation, family dynamics, everything. Maybe a lot of circles in your life are already experiencing that, because once you awaken, right, it literally hits every single position, okay, every single area of your life. So where in your life is this happening? You feel it already kind of like, it's kind of like tensing up, that kind of vibe. Let me know in the comments below. Now, here is your dominant energy cycles. And it says here the number 42. How does that resonate for you? 4, 5, 6. So something here that has been going through some kind of toxic cycle over and over again. Don't worry, because the reason why this clash is happening is because something here is not in alignment. Whatever has been out of alignment, especially right now that on the planet, coherence is rising. Whatever is out of alignment, whatever is outside of your truth, what you believe your soul spirit is, knows that it's true or not, it's going to fall apart and it's going to crumble. So, and what I mean by that is the number 6 is meant to harmonize the situation. What that means is that there's going to be a blessing in disguise. Okay. So dysfunctional, unstable, hurtful, toxic, same scenario keeps occurring, but unable to learn necessary lessons. Predictable, repetitive cycle of breaking up and getting back together again, or falling apart in, because of an argument, and then kind of like, making up again. So there's some kind of a toxic cycle where you and, this person are not getting along. And right now there's a new portal opening up for a lot of you. Are you willing to allow yourself to enter into this new portal, which again, it might be very scary, because the temptation of going back into this toxic cycle is just, it's gonna become like a lot more enhanced. Okay. I feel like a lot of times when people wake up, which you're doing a lot of like the wake up call, type of energy, you're waking up to what's dysfunctional, and you're waking up to your truth. You're waking up to your sovereignty. People from, your current reality that used to fit into that kind of mold, in a sense, of that old version of you that wasn't being true to yourself and or others, they kind of spiral back. They spiral back, or they try to bring you back into that same old cycle. But this is telling you your subconscious thoughts, it's like something here needs to get resolved. That's why this triggering energy is happening. So this is a new portal that's saying, okay, this conflict is happening all over again. Okay. Why? Because it's time for you to decide, are you willing to heal it? Or do you want to step back into that same old cycle and things are only going to get worse? Okay. So it says here, we keep replaying the same story over and over again, and it never ends well. When are we going to do better so we can be better? This is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because one soul is still unawakened. Okay. And so sometimes when that happens, you have to really make a decision whether to walk away or temporarily go into solitude. Because a lot of times, if that energy is still around you, if you're not strong enough, if you're not anchored in your presence, they can pull you back into the cycle. So this is something that you really have to become aware of. Let me know in the comments below how that resonates for you. Now we're going to be going into your past, present, future. What is coming towards you? What is in your challenge position? How to overcome that challenge? And what energy is basically, the energy, the frequency that you are anchoring in this present moment, while still your future self communicating to you, hey, do you want to step into this new portal, or do you just want to stay in that old cycle of the past? So let's go ahead and dive right in. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course, comment down below. But more importantly than anything else, make sure that if you do enjoy this reading, give this video a thumbs up, you guys, because it really helps me know that you are enjoying these readings, especially now that we're switching it up a little bit. Let me know in the comments below, are you enjoying these readings, by giving this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for your support. Now, I see a few signs coming through the reading already. You could be dealing with the sign of Aries. I see also the sign of Pisces. Leo's coming through, Taurus, lots of signs. This is going to be a very deep reading. I can already feel it. I can already tell. Also Libra energy. What else do we have here? Okay, whatever other sign of the zodiac, does not necessarily have to be any of those. But let's jump right into the bottom of the deck. And okay. So this is something here that is meant to bring you to a next level before I even get into it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you get the Emperor, look at that, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, this a lot of times means that there's a part of you that is already resonating with this Emperor type of energy, which basically, so what the Emperor is saying for you is that this situation will require maturity, okay? It's going to require you to be the leader, you to be, unfortunately, the bigger person, because the Emperor is always that bigger person. He doesn't get triggered. He doesn't get loud. He doesn't get, his emotions aren't just kind of like all over the place. He's very structured. So this is saying that right now you will have to be that bigger person and lead with authority. Of course, this does not mean to soften. It doesn't mean to be overly compassionate, because the Emperor here, he's not compassionate. He's just neutral. He's just wanting to get things done. So if you are encountering some kind of a conflict, whether it's at work, love, career, whatever that is for you, what the Emperor is suggesting is try to go about it in a more methodical, strategic type of way, where you don't get triggered, where you kind of see, okay, how can we just get along, right? I don't have to be their best friend. They don't have to be my best friend. Let's just, do what needs to be done, and that's it. Say what needs to be said, and that's it, with no emotion, neutrality, and just to get your point across. Okay, we're going to get more details onto this, into the situation, but what I am sensing is that you could be creating conflict, or conflict could be initiated by one person, because it's like, if this is you and you're already awakening to the truth, and this other individual or group of people are, you kind of see through the veil, you see through the BS, you see through the superficiality, through the manipulation, your first reaction or instinct is, to be the Emperor, but you want to control the outcome, right? You want to be assertive and aggressive. And so what this is saying is there is a time and a moment to be aggressive. Right now, you can be assertive, but neutral. Keep it neutral, because otherwise this other person could get even more triggered, okay? Now, in your challenge position, I do see here you have the Two of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So part of the challenge for you during this time has to do with an inner conflict that you are experiencing. I feel that right now there's a part of you that knows that you're not enjoying whatever this is. You're not enjoying it. You're feeling uncomfortable. It's bothering you. There's something that's already bothering you. It's been bothering you for quite a while, but it's finally now erupting onto the surface. And now that it's erupting, it's kind of, and I'm looking at the time right now, 111. Okay, 111. So if you see number 111, there is some kind of sign there, okay, to trust your intuition, to trust your instincts, because I'm sensing here that you're overthinking the situation to the point where you're holding yourself back from creating peace in the situation, even if it's just temporary peace to get out of there, right? Like, let's say, for example, you live in a place where you don't enjoy the people around there, or whatever the case may be, or at your job, but you're already looking for a new job. Yeah, sure. Maybe, you feel sad because of the memories, because you don't really want to leave because of a connection there, whatever it is, right? Love, career, family. But I'm sensing here that those memories is what could possibly be holding you back, because I see here that it's like you're in denial about something. The blockage, the challenge for you is, are you going to stay in that cycle and continue to put on that blindfold of denial when you already know the truth? You already know the truth of this person, of this environment, of these people. You already see it. It's already in front of you. But this is saying, are you going to liberate yourself now by being honest with yourself? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a painful process, but this is indicating that yes, part of this is walking away. Part of this is moving on to new things, to calmer waters, because there's too much conflict right now. There's too much tension. And what the Five of Cups is saying, what the Five of Cups is saying also is that part of your challenge right now has to do with guilt. You know, you might feel guilty. Oh, I don't really want to act this way with this person because you've been acting so nice that now you feel like you're the bad guy. It's not that you're the bad guy. It's just that you've been faking being nice for so long, you know, like taking on responsibilities, chores, things, you know, that you didn't have to carry with this situation. And now that, you know, the truth is coming to light, this new version of you is kind of telling you, all right, step into this new portal. But that old version of you is still in the middle. And it's like, but I feel guilty leaving that behind. But I feel guilty being assertive. But I feel guilty, you know, being truthful with myself. So you want to continue on with the fakeness, with, you know, you being just overly nice when in reality you're not feeling that way, just for that person to stay happy. Who are you living this chapter of your life for? Are you going to continue living it for others, or are you going to now realize that that's not the way forward and start living it for yourself, even if it triggers people, even if it makes you and others feel uncomfortable? Yes, you're going to have to feel that guilt. It's not about denying the guilt. The guilt comes to communicate a code to you. A lot of times people suppress their emotions, and they're suppressing codes that the universe is sending to you. Don't suppress your emotions. Feel the guilt. See what it feels like, so that next time it arises, you recognize it and you know that that's not real. You know that that's not true. Guilt is not real. It's an emotion that you're feeling, that you're here to experience, but it's not real. You have to go with your truth, right? And so again, you've been avoiding something. It says here, avoidant. I really want this situation to work out, but you avoid this emotional attachment out of fear. For some of you guys, you could be either dealing with an avoidant, or you are the avoidant, where you really want this, but you're avoiding that emotional attachment because you're afraid. For some, you're afraid to reattach to the situation because you're like, it's not for me. And you're trying to avoid it, but then another part of you doesn't, you know, kind of wants to attach. It could also be in reverse. You take the reading however it resonates for you. Now, in your recent past, you do have here, wow, the Seven of Swords, the Sun, and the Empress. Okay, what is going on here, or what happened? Because, you know, this is saying that this frequency in the recent past is still playing a role in your present energy. It's in the past, but it's still there. Now, what this is saying is that there was lies, deceit, you lying to yourself, acting happy. Oh, everything's, you know, fine and dandy at your job, in a love relationship, in a career, whatever, family situation. But somebody here was lying, deceitful, sneaky behavior, right? That kind of energy where a person was not taking responsibility for their own agenda. And through it all, you kind of pretended to be happy. You pretended, oh, everything is fine. You know, everything is okay. I can stay here. But I'm sensing that there was a part of you that felt like, well, wait a minute, I want more growth. I want more growth and real joy out of the situation. I feel like it did grow. Okay, something was growing, but it wasn't satisfying you. It was satisfying somebody else. I'm also sensing here that whatever this growth was, it was some kind of twisted growth. Okay, because it remember, it comes from lies. It comes from deceit. It comes from illusions. It comes from a person not taking responsibility, lies, deceit, all that stuff. Now, black and white, yeah, I've always tried to be realistic with life, but you opened me up to color. I feel like there was one person in the past, whether you or another person, who was very black and white. It's either yes or no. It's either in and out. It's either this or that, right? And so I feel like you had to dim your light. You had to dim your light in order to fit into that person's life, or environment, because they were very, well, you either give me this or I take it all away. You either give me what I want and act the way that I want you to act, or I will be, behaving in this manner with you, right? And you're not going to like it. And I feel that you kind of like had to shapeshift to whatever it is that they were okay with. But I feel that at some point you were opening yourself up more to, you know what, I want more than just black or white. I'm made of colors. I want more. I want more opportunities. I want more options. This is not the way to live. You know, there was some kind of energy where you felt suffocated in that situation. Of course, it could have been that you started to open up another person to color because they were so black and white. You take the reading however it resonates. Let me know in the comments below what was going on there. Now, in your present energy, the frequency that you are anchoring at this present moment, you have here the Page of Cups, the Five of Pentacles reverse, and the Page of Swords. So the good thing is that I see a beautiful new portal, a beautiful opportunity entering your life, starting right now. For some, you already know who this is, what this is, whether it's an opportunity in love, career, family, finances, friends, ideas that you have. But I see for some of you guys, it could be a person here who is coming in to either offer you a gesture of love. They have romantic feelings for you, right? They want to express themselves to you. You're going to meet a new person, soon to meet that person, or you've already met them. Or this could just be a new portal opening up for you of opportunity. I feel that this opportunity is actually going to catapult you to the next version of yourself, because the Five of Pentacles is reversed, which means that whatever it is that has been traumatizing you, you've been holding on to trauma from the past, whatever it is that, you know, you've been encountering challenges in, whether it's, you know, through people, career situations. And for a lot of you, it's money. If you've been, you know, feeling like, you know, when is the abundance finally going to come in? When am I finally going to feel, you know, like the universe is, you know, bringing me these financial opportunities? You're soon going to see these opportunities based on this new idea, this new opportunity, person coming into your life. Now, I see here that at first you're going to be a little bit like taken aback, like, oh, because you've been going through so much conflict with other people, you might see it as, I'm not too sure about this person. I'm not too sure about this new opportunity. Okay, do more research, ask the right questions, and what the universe is saying. Don't just jump into the first opportunity that shows up, because I do feel that you will be getting a lot of people kind of throwing shade at you, because you're kind of feeling that your energy is already drifting off into a new direction. But what this says for you is that, yes, okay, ask the right questions, investigate the opportunity a little bit more, get to know it from the sidelines, etc. But always know that your intuition is not going to lie to you, okay? Because I feel here that this is actually a good opportunity where you're going to be able to recover financially. You're going to be able to recover emotionally. There's some kind of emotional, financial recovery progress that you're going to be making. Now, I see also evil eye. All eyes are on you. There is jealousy, envy, and negativity being thrown your way. Again, you're pissing people off. You're triggering people. People are projecting hard onto your new reality because they're seeing that you're changing, that you're manifesting new things into your life. They're even seeing that you walk differently, you show up differently, your energy just feels different, and people will be projecting really, really hard. So don't be afraid, never fear, but just be aware. This is all about being aware, okay? Because people might be, don't ask those people who might be jealous of you for advice, because they're going to tell you, oh no, don't go after that opportunity. It's not a good one for you, right? Or they might be, if you share that opportunity too soon with people around you that might get triggered, they might talk you out of it. So be aware of that energy, but don't get scared and never be afraid. Now, in your opportunity and your future self, your near future energy, the energy that your future self is bringing in is the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I see here that you're going to have an opportunity to be very direct. Okay, I feel like there's going to be this energy where you're going to enter, or you're going to be given the opportunity to enter this new version of you, where even if it's like a repetitive message, even if people are triggered, the Queen of Swords does not care what people think of her. If people ask her for, advice, she will give the advice as raw as honest and as blunt, okay? It doesn't matter if it's going to hurt the other party. She's just being truthful to herself. Because a lot of times what happens is when you come from a place of, oh, I don't want that person to feel bad, so I'll just not tell them the truth. I'll just tell them what they want to hear. You're not only betraying yourself, you're betraying them too. It's an energetic betrayal. And right now, the energies that are going around are that of either you embrace the truth or you see this other situation crumble. You're going to get, it's like that energy where you're going to have a more difficult time not being honest than being honest and having to deal a little bit with people getting triggered. Does that make sense? So choose your difficult, because what these energies are saying is that listen to your intuition. Of course, you don't have to be like super aggressive. No. Just be, in control of your emotions, but speak directly, speak logically. And I feel also that there's going to be some kind of, again, people will get triggered. There's some kind of an energy here where somebody here might get triggered, rush in with communication, rush in with information in order to trigger you. But be silent, stay silent, think it through before you speak. And when you speak, make sure that it comes from a truthful and honest place. Now, sexual tension. What is happening here? You've been on somebody's mind, all the things they want to do to you, sexual healing. I feel like because your energy is shifting, you might even be not only pissing people off, but you're turning people on. This is like a turn on for people. Even if people don't like this new version of you, are not enjoying this new version of you, it's kind of like, a little bit, enchanting in a sense. So sexual tension, you might be seeing somebody going from they hate you to all of a sudden they become really passionate with you. Okay, let's see what's going on there. But we're going to be going into the extended to see more so about who this person is, their subconscious thoughts about you. We're going to go deeper into this entire situation, their next moves, actions towards you, how this is all going to turn out and unfold for you, what's going to be the final result for this timeline. And we're also going to get messages from Spirit. But before we go into that, let's get one final message here for you. All right, so here you have, okay. Be very aware. Never fear, but be very aware, because you do have here none other than caution. A goat here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. There could be a very toxic person because Capricorn energy is ruled by the devil. So there could be, some kind of energy there where somebody's might be very toxic. So pause, caution, carefully seek out and think through your options. Multiple colors blind your eyes. Discordant sounds deafen your ears. This may not be the right time. Don't be afraid, but be cautious. Consider both sides of the story. So if somebody comes to you with a story, with some gossip, or they come to you with some kind of information, be very cautious, because not everything that they are saying is real or is true. Trust your intuition, but never fear. Now let's jump right into the extended. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. And right now, all of my personal readings are $20 off using the special discount code GOODLUCK20. You can check the personal reading link down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.